Well, from the airline industry, where United is getting hammered in the public relations world, Uber in the auto world just added another headache to its public relations nightmares. A site called The Information is revealing that the biggest name in the ride-sharing industry reportedly had a secret program dubbed Hell. And what that program does is it tracks drivers for rival Lyft. And then we've got this auto news breaking out of Tesla. CEO Elon Musk tweeting moments ago that the electric car company will unveil the Tesla semi-truck next September. This as a group of Tesla investors are demanding a, quote, more independent board, citing Musk's dominance. His response to those shareholders? Buy Ford then. Let's bring in Wall Street Journal automotive reporter Mike Spector, who just rushed to our studios from the New York Auto Show, and Tesla bull, Gerber Kawasaki CEO Ross Gerber. Welcome to all of you. I want to get to Uber first. Ross, it's not publicly traded, but it does business with many publicly traded companies, whether it's the automakers or software giants, who knows what. So perhaps they are owned by many of our viewers. It's a convoluted way of saying, is Uber in big trouble now? It already was in hot water.
Well, they're in trouble in some ways, but it's certainly a savable business. They need to get rid of Kalanick as soon as possible. The guy is just a cancerous CEO. It doesn't seem like he's able to follow any rule or law that's ever been created, or any ethical standard, that even a basic standard. So he needs to go, and the sooner the better for the company.
What do you think, Mike?
I think Ross is probably hitting on the right point there. I mean, berating the driver in the backseat of the car, these sexual harassment claims, all this stuff you hear about the partying overseas. It seems like a bad culture. But look, I mean, ride-hailing is not dead, right? People are excited about hailing rides. So the business model is okay. It's just, can they clean up this other stuff? And I mean, this tracking thing you were just talking about is just the latest black eye.
Listen, they're tracking their own drivers with another software system called God View. I mean, you know, it just goes on and on for them. But quickly, Ross, before we get to Tesla, would you touch this IPO or keep away from it with a 10-foot pole?
No, I wouldn't touch it, and I think Uber's mispricing their rides. They're way too cheap. They're losing money hand over foot right now. So I think they need to build a sustainable business model with profits.
Okay, let's get to Tesla. Mike, you just came from the New York Auto Show, where Tesla is not participating, but they've come out with big news about a huge semi-truck. Can't imagine how much that would cost. But Elon Musk is used to being attacked by all kinds of groups, but now an investor group is saying he's got too much power, that there needs to be a little tweaking with leadership. Yeah,
I mean, accusations that there are people on the board who are too close to him, which was exacerbated with the combination with Solar City. But look, they said before that they were going to pursue independent directors. They're doing that. This is, I think, to a degree, Elon Musk being Elon Musk on Twitter.
Right, he said fine, if you don't like it, buy Ford stock.
Right.
Go ahead, get out. But Ross, you have called it. You have been supportive of Tesla, saying all those haters out there, they can hate all they want, but the stock will continue to rise. It recently was at $300 a share, and yet the haters are still there. 38% of the float is shorted. Ross?
Yeah, you know, I think I sent you guys a comparison to Galileo. You know, he did wonderful work in Italy, and the Pope banished him and wouldn't let him get buried, and he was a heretic. And it's very similar, you know. I have to say, it creates a huge opportunity for shareholders with so many shares sold short. That means those shares have to be rebought at some point, implying the stock could move up another 25% just with people covering. But this is an amazing company doing amazing things. And if you just think long term, if you just think out 5 years where there'll be, it's just, there are very few, if any, companies like this.
Okay, quickly, Mike, it's got a $6 billion revenue stream per year, and yet General Motors has more than $150 billion. Ford is right up there, too. Does Tesla deserve the lofty valuation it has right now?
Well, I hate to be so agreeable in this segment with Ross, but I think he's got it right. Tesla is a company that bleeds cash, doesn't make money, misses targets. Investors don't care because they have a conviction about the future. They think Elon Musk will eventually solve those problems and the future is electric, and they're worried that GM and the old guard are falling behind. That's why the share prices there are stuck in neutral. But watch Honda, GM, these other guys. Tesla has competition coming down the pike, and these guys have scale and armies of engineers, so this battle is far from over.
Good to see you both. Thank you so much. Mike Spector of the Journal, Ross Gerber of Gerber Kawasaki.